Wedding photography is more than an album, it's more than a photo booth, it's more than a photo that you're going to upload to Facebook. It's the beginning of a family, the beginning of your family. And being able to be a wedding photographer and do what I love and do that for my couples is just an unbelievable privilege. It's truly an honor to be able to do that. It's so important that I get to know my brides and grooms and who they are as a couple. Because I want to shoot images that represent them. And I always encourage my couples to plan your wedding. When you look back at your wedding photos, I want it to be an expression of you. I'm not going to shoot your wedding the same way that I shot the wedding last week, because it just doesn't work that way. A few years ago, I had a major shift in my wedding philosophy. Before my daughter was born, it was about the details, about the church, giving you gorgeous photos of all the hard work that you've done. And now that I have a daughter, I envision walking her down the aisle as my brides are coming down the aisle. I envision giving her away at the first dance. And it's something that before 2 years ago, I never cried at a wedding. Never. You wouldn't catch me dead crying at a wedding. And now the waterworks just turn on and I just have to bite my lip and say, you can get through this, you can get through this, because I imagine myself and my daughter in that position. And I photograph it how I would want to remember it. And it becomes less about the details and more about your dad's expression on his face as he gives you away. Couples invest so much time and energy and emotion into their wedding planning to make sure they have a perfect day. And they're going to have gorgeous flowers, and the venue's going to be gorgeous, and the table decorations are going to be gorgeous. But the truth of the matter is, in 10, 20, 30 years, those small details are going to become less and less relevant. And what's going to become more and more relevant is the relationships and the family and friends that were at your wedding. A bride rarely sees her father's face as he's walking her down the aisle. And a groom rarely takes that moment to pause when he's dancing with his mom at the first dance. And wedding photography gives them that ability to look back and remember what was really, really important about their wedding. And for me, and for my couples, it's the relationship and the family and the friends and those bonds that are created and strengthened at a wedding.